Thank you. Thank you all so much for being here, and Janice for being such a fabulous host and organizer. I think I've worked for a couple of film festivals, and I think the focus of a social justice film festival is something that's really close to my heart, but that fostering of engagement and conversation, for me, is it just takes it to the next level. I will be really quick because we want to see the films. So my name's Sophie. I'm the co-producer, co-director of this film, and I say co because I made this film with my long-term producing partner, Northern Arapaho filmmaker and journalist, Jordan Dresser. He's at another event tonight in Cheyenne, so couldn't be here, but he's with us in spirit. This film is our first foray into animation. We've never done animation before, he and I. And we took that track because, COVID hit. And it just felt like the right direction to take. We wanted to work with as many Indigenous professionals as possible on this film. I hear so often, oh, we wanted to work with Indigenous artists, but we couldn't find anybody. And I just think if you're hearing that, call it out. You're not looking hard enough. So as you watch our film, please know that all the music is written by singer-songwriters. It's all performed by Indigenous singer-songwriters. Our art and animation is done by an Ojibwe artist, Jonathan Thunder. And our second camera crew and our stills photography is all Indigenous professionals. And that felt really important to us because it matters not just who's in front of the camera, but who's behind it. Okay, so Janice said I have 5 minutes to tell you what you need to know. So I want to start with just a statistic. Internationally, the United Nations recognizes violence against women as the most common, devastating, and persistent human rights violation in the world. It affects 1/3 of women. 1/3 of women. Okay, but then you have to drill it down to Indigenous women. 4 in 5 Indigenous women have experienced violence. 1 in 3 Indigenous women are sexually assaulted during their lifetime. Indigenous women experience domestic violence at the rate 50% higher in the US than the national average. And I'm sure that's the same here in Canada. Journeys in Solidarity really spoke to me, this theme. It really felt like the perfect sentence to sum up the intention behind our film. Who She Is tells the story of 4 individual women caught in the missing and murdered epidemic in America, specifically from Wind River Reservation. I am from a border town, or I live in a border town now. I'm from Australia, but... and when Jordan came to me and said, this is a film I want to make, I said, I am your person. I think it's really easy to gloss over statistics. So, I can say 4 in 5 women experience violence, and you can say, but that's not the color of my skin, or I don't know that woman, so it doesn't matter to me. And what Jordan's vision was to bring these women to life on screen so that you know them, so that you are having a conversation with each of these women, and you can leave here. And when you hear those statistics, it's not, oh, I don't know that person. You'll walk away knowing 4. So we really wanted that to be a conversation. We get asked a lot, why are you not also highlighting men? Men go missing too. Men experience violence also. And that's true, they do. But this is a gender-based issue. Gender-based violence has different problems, different things that lead into it, and therefore different solutions. And studies have shown that experiencing, besides experiencing more rape and sexual assault, the physical assault and the stalking, the after effects, the ripple effect of what they then have to deal with, it's worse for women. They miss more days of work, there's more physical injury, there's more concern for their lives and safety, they need more services. And so I think that bears thinking about. So I guess I want to close with saying I do hope that you leave this film being able to walk in solidarity with these 4 women. something that I heard yesterday was, and I'm maybe getting his name wrong, Andreas, talked a lot about caring. And I was like, oh my God, he's speaking to my heart. We want you to walk in solidarity with these women and every woman who's caught in this MMIW epidemic, missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls epidemic. Because to enact change, you have to care, and then you have to engage. We read a lot about trauma through this process of research and then producing this film. And I just want to leave you with this quote from Judith Herman. She wrote a great book called Trauma and Recovery. The history of the trauma field has shown repeatedly that increasing scientific knowledge and raising public awareness are only the first steps in the effort to end violence. Moving from awareness into social action requires a political movement strong enough to overcome the pervasive denial, passive resistance of the institutional inertia, and the active resistance of those who benefit from the established order. So thanks for coming to see the film. This is Raising Awareness. And thank you for leaving here walking in solidarity with our women.